E mahi ana e reka I te 800 mita, kau hoi tāwhai, ko tā Lewis Clareburt te reihi kautaka whiti roa rau mano mira. Kia mau tonu ki tēnei whakapāhotanga matora, ki te kiti I ngā kaiaka e hari ana ki ngā taumā heke o te ao, hei te hongongoi, hoki atu ki a koe, Scott.
Nau mai, haere mai, welcome into session 10, the final session of the Apollo Project's New Zealand Swimming Championships live from Te Mato Amaui, Hawke's Bay Regional Aquatic Centre. Joining me in the first half an hour of commentary is Whetū Motuheta. Great to have you with us here. A little bit of a recap from this morning's heats. That scorching performance by Taiko Torepi Ormsby at 21.85, the first Kiwi male to go under 22 seconds. What a performance. It lifted the roof this morning, a New Zealand record and an Olympic qualifying standard met. Well done to Lily Fox-Mason as well in the 800 metres freestyle. She was almost 30 seconds under her best in that event, getting a PB and New Zealand record in her class. And also to Gabby as well in the 50 freestyle, just 0.07 outside that New Zealand record in the 50 freestyle heats, giving her lane 4 for tonight's final. Looking ahead to this final session, 800 metre freestyle final to start with, where we see Erica Fairweather, Eve and Caitlin all in the middle lanes, all in the same race. It's going to be exciting. 200 metres individual medley will follow with Lewis Clareburt. He did a 1:59, the only swimmer under 2 minutes this morning through the heats, but a lot more to come from all of the swimmers in that final. Could there be a junior Pan Pacific qualifying time for Kevin Zhang? We'll see. The women's 200 IM, Helena Gasson, Zylika Pratt-Smith, Gina McCarthy in the middle lanes for that one, and definitely see more gas in the tank for Helena, and she'll put pressure on Zylika and Gina tonight, see who comes out top there. 1500 metre freestyle, Lan Hamblino, the 18-year-old from Coast, sits in lane 4 with a good margin on paper. Then we swap down to the shortest events, the 50 metre breaststroke. Josh Gilbert, Josh Pickett in the 28 lows this morning. They'll battle it out for the win. And then the New Zealand record holder, Monique Wierzowski, 30.87 this morning, just 0.2 of a second outside her own New Zealand record. She'll be wanting to beat that this evening. Then we get to the 50 freestyle. It's Taiko Torepi Ormsby and Michael Pickett, Cam Gray, one under 22, two just early 22s, so that's going to be very exciting. Cam Leslie, he broke the Paralympic qualifying standard this morning. Can he go faster tonight? And Finn Russ, looking forward to more good swims from him. Then the women's 50 freestyle, Gabby Farmasili, Laura Quilter, Chelsea Edwards in the middle of the pool there. Looking to see whether we can get the first woman under 25 this evening, and then some good multi-classification matchups after that. We finished the session with some relays, the 4x100 metre freestyle men's relay, then the 4x100 medley men and women's relays. I'll now throw you back to Whetū for a few bios on Lewis Clareburt and Erica Fairweather.
Ai, he uri Erica no Watipoti, no te ui o Ngai Tahu. Ko toa Erika I te kaura I ngā whakataitau o te au ki Budapest I te tau 2021. Ka kauhoi ia mō Aotearoa ki ngā whakataitau taumā heke o te ao I te tau nei. Ko tā Lewis Clareburt, he uri no te whanganui o Atara me whangaroa. Ka kauhoi ia mō Aotearoa I te tau nei ki Paris, he toa mata muri ia I Tokyo, I te tau 2020, me he mema ia o te karapu toru te kaimā Whetū. He's a member of the 37 Club.
Thank you, Whetū. We now move to some Swimming New Zealand awards to kick off the session. And before we do that, though, we would like to ask you to put your hands together and welcome our technical officials to the pool deck.
O mai te paki mō ngā kai whakahaere.
Introducing your starters for tonight's finals in the women's events, Alan Hale. For the men's events, Ross Gillespie. Referees for the women's events, Jackie Forsyth. And for the men's events, Ron Clark. Technical director for these championships is Carlreen Gillespie. Thank you, officials. Please take a seat. We'll now move to the Swimming New Zealand Awards. We start with the Annette Kellerman Cup. The Annette Kellerman Cup is presented to the individual with the best result in open water events in New Zealand and overseas during the 2023 calendar year. This award is commonly known as the Open Water Swimmer of the Year. The winner is Alex Dunkley from Roskell. Alex receives this award for his performance at the 23 Orange Theory New Zealand Open Water Swimming Champs in Taupo, where he won the men's 10K and 5K national titles. Alex also performed strongly at the 23 Australian Open Water Champs in Busselton and the 23 New South Wales Open Water Champs within the calendar year. This is the first time Alex has received this award. Well done, Alex. Presented by Swimming New Zealand President Janie Hudgell. The next award is Domestic Technical Official of the Year, and it's presented to recognise technical officials who have made an outstanding contribution within Aotearoa in the 23 calendar year. The winner is Rhys Simpson from Dolphin and Manawatu. Rhys is the recipient of this award for his outstanding commitment and contribution to competitions throughout the Manawatu region throughout the 23 calendar year. Rhys will regularly attend meets even when not rostered on to assist other officials and the overall meet. In addition to his officiating, Rhys goes out of his way to ensure the timing and pool equipment are well maintained and ready to use at each meet. Congratulations, Rhys. The next award is the Bill Matson Award. It's presented to a technical official who has officiated in an integral role in an international competition in the 23 calendar year. This award can be referred to as the International Technical Official of the Year. The winner is Carlreen Gillespie from Northland. Carlreen receives this award for her appointment as referee at the 23 Para Swimming World Champs in Manchester. And within the calendar year, Carlreen also officiated at the Para Swimming World Series in Melbourne. This is the second time Carlreen has won this award. The Jackie Clark Award is presented to a volunteer who has displayed outstanding commitment and dedication to swimming, either to Swimming New Zealand, a region or a club within the administration in the 23 calendar year. This award is commonly known as the Volunteer Administrator of the Year. The winner is Shirley Mackay from Swimming Auckland. Kate Griffiths is accepting the award on her behalf. And Shirley receives this award for her dedication to the sport. She is the current chair of Auckland Swimming and organises and delivery of Level 3 meets every month for West, South and Central Auckland as the opportunity for grassroots to swim for their club. Next award is Coach of the Year. The Coach of the Year is presented as the Supreme Coach of the Year Award for coaching performance, services to the sport and character in the 23 calendar year. The winner is Lars Huma from Swim Dunedin. Lars receives this award for his coaching of top performances in 2023, such as Erica Fairweather's bronze medal and sub-4-minute swim in the women's 400-metre freestyle, and coaching Caitlin Deans, Zach Reed and Luan Grobela to make it 4 swimmers from the Swim Dunedin program attending the 23 World Aquatic Championships in Fukuoka. This award also recognises the Swim Dunedin program, with a highlight being providing for more than 60 swimmers aged 18 plus. It's the third time Lars has received that award. And the final award for this segment is the Duncan Lang Trophy. It's presented to the club with the most combined club points in individual events in the 23 Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Champs in Auckland, also the New Zealand Age Group Swimming Champs in Hawke's Bay and the New Zealand Short Course Swimming Champs in Hawke's Bay. The winner is Coast Swimming Club with a combined total of 4,101 points. With 2023 being a competitive year between clubs at each of the 3 national championships, Coast were the most consistent. They win this award ahead of United in second and North Shore in third, and that is accepted by Michael Weston and John Gatfield, head coaches, Coast Swimming Club. Congratulations to all our award winners. We'll be back after this quick break to get underway with the racing.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Welcome back to the Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Championships here at the Tomato Amaui Hawke's Bay Regional Aquatic Centre. We kick off the first event, Event 33, the women's 800 metres freestyle, and introducing your finalists to you now. In lane 8 from North Shore Swimming Club, Caitlin O'Reilly. Lane 1 from Coast Swimming Club, Elizabeth Brennan. Lane 7 from Coast Swimming Club, Ava Wilson. Lane 2 from Neptune Swim Club, Amelia Feiner. Lane 6 from Neptune Swim Club, Ruby Heath. Lane 3 from Neptune Swim Club, Caitlin Deans. Lane 5 from Coast Swimming Club, Eve Thomas. Lane 4 from Neptune Swim Club, Erica Fairweather. And away we go with the first final of the final session here at the Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Championships, and quite a treat for us here, having some of the very best in the world taking part in this 800 metre freestyle for the Wahine. And in lane 4, it is Erica Fairweather. She was third in Doha at the World Championships in February. And in lane 5, Eve Thomas, fourth in the world at Doha. So we'll look forward to seeing how they progress through this 800 metres.
Kei te ara tua whaka ki te a tātou te tere hoki o Erica. Ka tae rāne e rā atu kai aka te hopu I aia. Ka re tēnei te rei ho ngea, tata koutou, tata rātou katoa. Me tika te hāngai tonu ki ngā ture, ngā mai katoa, ki roto I tēnei whakataetai. Me tika te haere o te reihi, te kauhoi perurehua, kauhoi whaamuri, kauhoi āpuru, ane te kauhoi whaamutunga, te kauhoi tāwhai.
So Erica Fairweather going through 59.94, and her best time was in fact at last year's national championships here in the same pool at 8:18 flat. She went through in a 59.42, so she's about half a second off that first 100, but there's a wee way to go. And in terms of the rankings at the moment, it is Erica Fairweather leading, Eve Thomas sitting in second, and a further half second back to Caitlin Deans. Early stages through the 16 lap 800 metre freestyle.
Kaore ka pau te hau I nei kai aka. E āhua roa tēnei reihi, engari, ka utonu rātou.
Ruby Heath in lane 6. She is a specialist in the open water from Neptune, but also lends herself well to these distance events here in the pool. Over the other side, we've got Amelia Finer, and you'll notice that there's 4 swimmers from Neptune, 3 swimmers from Coast here, some good distance programs going in both clubs. And Eve Thomas just trying to stay on the hip there of Erika Fairweather. And
Kumua ko Erika Fairweather I te rarangi tuawha.
Erika Fairweather and Eve Thomas managing to go under the qualifying standard in Doha. That was one of the other qualifying championships. Otherwise, the swimmers have to reach the qualifying mark here in the Hawke's Bay this week. So, taking the pressure off these 2 swimmers, getting those qualifying marks. The bronze medal for Erika Fairweather over there. 4th place for Eve Thomas. Caitlin Dean's best time about 6 seconds off this qualifying standard for the 800 freestyle. She'll be hoping for a great swim tonight, see if she can get an individual swim. Of course, Caitlin Deans will likely be selected for the 4x200 metre freestyle relay in Paris.
Ke te kitea tātou e hoama, te tai o ngā kai kauhoi pairawa atu o te ao nei. Me ka kitea mātau I aia, I ngā whakataetai taumāheke o te ao ki Parihi. Hei te hongongoi.
Through the 350 metre mark now, coming up to the halfway mark, 400 metre freestyle. And we'll be looking out for these times. And in terms of Erika Fairweather's best ever, she went through the 400 in 4:06.78. So we'll be looking at the clock for how they are tracking. That's through to an 8:18. So a 4:06.78. And they're slightly behind that pace at the moment. And looking at Caitlin Dean splits her best time of 8:32. She went through in 4:14. And Caitlin Dean's on track at the moment for her best ever time. But we wanted to see if she's going to try and get that PB. She'll want to slowly pick up this pace in the second 400. But I'm sure Lars Hummers will be keeping a close check on that rating and those splits as we head into the second half of this 800 metre freestyle.
Kei runga no atu tērā wā mo Erika. Iakune whakaaro, tatana ki tōna wā tino pai. Mā te titurohanga tērā pēr ka pau te hau o ngā kaiaka, ko mamai katoa ngā oa.
So a rare occasion to see 2 swimmers here that have reached World Championship finals and medaling in some cases. And now they turn together. Just 0.1 of a second separating them. A little bit of advantage off the wall at the 500 metre mark for Erika Fairweather. You just sense, is there a bit of kick starting to come in shortly? Will that rating increase? Will that speed increase with 300 metres left to swim? Looking back over the field, Caitlin Dean swimming a 5:20 through the 500 metre mark. It is Ruby Heath sitting in 4th. 5th will be Ava Wilson here in 7. And 6th sitting is lane 2, Amelia Finer. Caitlin O'Reilly here in lane 8 was one of the youngest to swim the Cook Strait here in Aotearoa. And tough as nails. And Eve Thomas has taken the lead here into the 600 metre mark. And just seeing whether that pace has improved here, whether they're getting closer to the PB splits that they've had through the 600 metre mark, 6:13, and trailing about 5 seconds behind that. So perhaps aiming for around about a 8:23, 8:22 at the stage.
Tatarau atu ngā kaiaka e ruara. Tērā pia he motunga whakaahua.
And as we've spoken about before, often these swimmers break this event up into 4 200s and having a different tactic, different strategy for each of those 200s, slowly building to the point where they decide that now they're going to put the foot down, they're going to give it everything all the way to the finish.
I nai nei ka mamai nā ua ua.
And the officials grab the bells, ready to ring, with 100 metres left to swim, ladies and gentlemen. The 800 metre freestyle for the Wahine going through. Eve Thomas leads, really putting her foot down now. Can Erica Fairweather respond now? Caitlin Dean turns in third, 7:32.
Aue te tata.
Now this is quite unusual to have Erica Fairweather under the pressure in the final 50 metres. Let's see how she can respond. Can Eve Thomas get a first national title in this 800 metres up against Erica Fairweather? Erica Fairweather breathing off to her right. Thomas breathing off to her left, staring each other down with 25 metres to go. It comes down to a sprint. Who's going to win this one? What an exciting finish here to the 800 metre freestyle for the women. Erica Fairweather's going to win it. But what a finish from these two swimmers. 8:21.67. Just 0.8 of a second in it. Caitlin Deans will come down to finish. And both well and truly comfortably under that qualifying mark again, which they'd already swum in Doha. And looking Ruby Heath coming through now. Let's look at her best time. 8:56.18, and she's going to be just over that this evening into the 9 minutes. And that was a good final 100 there, probably clocking the minute on the final 100. And Ruby Heath finishes fourth, 9:06. In comes Ava Wilson from Coast. She'll finish fifth in a 9:21, just on her best. And over the other side there, lane 2, that's Amelia Finer. Elizabeth Brennan from Coast in lane 1. And paki for all of our wahine in that 800 metres freestyle. Congratulations. And shortly, Rahina Huata will catch up with the winner, Erica Fairweather.
E ngā iwi o te motu rarau mai anō ki tēnei o whakapāhotanga mata ora atu i tēnei o ngā wāhia Hawke's Bay ki te matau a Maui. Nō reira, kei konei kei takutaha i tēnei wā, tēnā koe Erica, kātahi ko te kauhoi, rawe, au tai arawa te ko tira. What an awesome swim that was. How do you feel?
Oh, I'm a bit tired now, you know, 800 seems to do that to you, it takes you out of you, but no, really happy with the result.
Yeah, of course. Now, you whakapapa back to Ngai Tahu. What is some advice that you could give to any young, aspiring rangatahi back home?
Yeah, just enjoy being in the water. Like, that's how I grew my love for swimming. It's something I really encourage with water safety and that kind of thing, so just get amongst it.
Yeah, awesome. Now, you are heading off to the Olympics. How are you feeling about that?
I'm so excited. We have a great team shaping up. It's been an awesome week, so really looking forward to it.
Ka rawe, ka hoki atu anō ki a koe e Scott.
Thank you, Rahina, and congratulations to Erica Fairweather in that battle out to the finish there to win the 800 metres freestyle. We move now to the next final, event 34, the men's 200 metres individual medley. Introducing finalists to you now. Lane 8 from North Shore Swimming Club, Harrison Cook. Lane 1 from Alexandra Swim Club, Caleb Ludlow. Lane 7 from Wharanui Swim Club, Max Gardner. Lane 2 from North Shore Swimming, Samuel Poching. Lane 6 from Roskell, Kevin Zhang. Lane 3 from North Shore Swim Club, Blair Helms. Lane 5 from Coast Swimming Club, Sam Brown. Lane 4 from Club 37, Lewis Clearbird. Away we go with the men's 200 metres individual medley. The New Zealand record holder, Lewis Clearbird, in lane 4 from Club 37. The only one under 2 minutes this morning in the heats, but I have a feeling we're going to get a lot closer, a few more swimmers closer to that 2 minute mark in this final.
Te tiko ki te rau hori pana o Clearbird, anaka hori ki te rea tutaha. Ke te woke ngā kaukauhoi ko rukuruku ngā kaiaka ki te puno kauhoi. Te kaha hoki o ngā pahu o ngā ringa o nei kaiaka maia.
Lewis Clearbird down the first 50, second to the wall. Blair Helms, good first length for him. Sam Brown, the medley specialist from Coast in 5, sitting 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Lewis Clearbird really charging down this backstroke. Great rating to the halfway mark.
Ki te atara tuawhaka ki te koe, te toa o te motu. Ko te tūmana ko he toa, kaura ai I tēnei tau.
And Lewis Clearbird is yet to qualify in this event for the Olympic Games. It's one he'd like to get, the qualifying time of 1:57.94. Back into his now very powerful breaststroke, worked on that. Starting to tear away. Blair Helms will be doing a good job there too.
E tino tere tēnei me tituronga iwi ki ngā pukia o ene kāka. Ko tēnei te hoa o te mahi. Do the mahi, get the treats.
Lewis Clearbird, 3/4 of the race done. Currently sitting about 2 body lengths clear of the rest of the field. Let's make some noise for Lewis Clearbird, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring him home. Can he get under the qualifying standard of 1:57.94? This is a class act.
Owe te tere o tēnei kāka hoki. Owe.
Let's look at the clock. Lewis Clearbird. This could be a New Zealand record. Let's have a look at it. 1:57.36. He's gone under the Olympic qualifying standard, just outside his own New Zealand record. Second will go to Sam Brown. Third goes to Blair Helms. They held on to that podium position throughout the race, but a qualifying standard for Lewis Clearbird, and just 0.1 of a second outside the NZR, and just trying to have a look at his face there, how he feels about that. Pretty good, I think.
E te mene mene mai ia.
And Lewis Klebert's going to have a chat to Rahina Huata about that performance there.
Kia kai e hika mā hoki mai anō ki tēnei whakapāhotanga mataora. Kei konei kei takutaha ko Lewis. So Lewis, can you please tell me how was it and how are you feeling?
Oh, that was a good swim for me, you know, like that time that the New Zealand records from Tokyo, and I haven't come anywhere near that since then, so it's such a good feeling to get down towards that mark again, and you know I'm heading in the right direction again, which I'm happy about. You know, like this has been a long time coming for this event, and it's all, you know, Trinidad is all about skills, and you know I think I'm starting to put that together now.
That is awesome. And how are you feeling about representing Aotearoa at the Olympics?
Oh, you know, it's a privilege to be able to represent New Zealand and on the world stage, and especially at an Olympic Games. You know, it's the world's highest, you know, sporting achievement you can have. And look, the team is growing, which is good. You know, like at the start of the week, I was the only dude on the team, and you know now we've got a few extras, and it's going to be such an awesome year. And I'm just so proud of, you know, what us as a swimming community has been able to do this week, and I can't wait for Paris.
Yeah, fantastic job e hoa ngā mahino. If you have any additional kōrero or any tips and tricks, advice you would like to give to ngā uri o Tainui, what would that be?
Just sort of like what Erica said, just get in the water, have fun, you know. Sport is all about, you know, or swimming is all about getting wet and just doing your best. And if you can turn up to the pool every single morning, every day, and just try and prove one thing, you know, then you're going to be a better person overall. So yeah, just have fun and try to better yourself.
Ka pai, I'm going to let you catch your breath now. Oi anō, ka hoki atu anō ki a koutou. Mātakitaki mai ki te whārangi YouTube.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Welcome back to the Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Championships. What a way to get started with that Olympic qualifying standard for Lewis Kleber and that 200 IM. We move now to the next event on the program, event 121, the men's 200 metres individual medley multi-classification. Introducing swimmers to you now. In lane 7 from Wharanui Swim Club, Luca Willems. Lane 2 from Hamilton Aquatics, Joseph Blake. Lovely, lovely boy. Lane 6, Club 37's David Beck. Lane 3 from Pukekohe Swim Club, Joel Watkins. Lane 5 from St Paul's Swim Club, Ian Chen. Lane 4 from North Shore Swim Club, Asher Smith-Franklin. Joining me in commentary, Luan Grobela. Away we go in the men's 200 IM multi-classification, and we'll be wanting to look at some of these records that may fall tonight. Asher Smith-Franklin, 2:19.38, and he has been breaking records all week, and we'll have a look at that time. 200 IM for S14, it is 2:16.98, and a few of the others in here might be close too. Asher goes down quickly. Joining me is Luan Grobela, who unfortunately, Luan, disappointing to not have you in the champs, a bit of an injury.
Yeah, unfortunately, I injured myself not too long ago, but just happy to be here and support the team.
Great to have you here. 200 IM, this is one of your races. In terms of the tactics for a 200 IM, is it a bit about holding back and then pouring it in, the energy in that second 100? How would you normally attack a 200 IM?
Oh, so it's all about just where your strengths lie, I guess. Definitely some people have their strengths in the fly in the back, and some people have their strengths in the breaststroke. So it's all about just putting the race together well. It differs for all people, but if you have a good breaststroke, that's where you make your move.
That's certainly where I remember you doing it, and we'll see you again in the breaststroke. Through the halfway mark, 1:05.36 for Asher Smith-Franklin. Ian Chen in record-breaking 4 this week. He won the 50 breaststroke in 32.99. He's a very, very good breaststroker. And in terms of your training and getting back on your feet, a bit of rehab?
Yeah, so just at the moment having a bit of a rest and then rehab, and then we'll be back in the water ASAP.
Look forward to seeing it, and you had a fantastic 2023 getting that World Champs team for Fukuoka, and I hope to see you back there very soon. Asher Smith-Franklin coming down the final 50, that New Zealand record held at 2:16.98. He loves to race, Asher. Remember, he broke 53 New Zealand records last year. No, you heard right, 53. He's kicked off well in 24, 2:17.65, just outside his own New Zealand record, but a lot quicker than this morning. Ian Chen comes through. Let's have a look at his time in S19. S19, 2:27, and that is a New Zealand record for Ian Chen, 2:25.75. Joel Watkins here has come in third to the wall, fourth David Beck in the S14 category. And now for the S18s, Joseph Blake and Luca Willems. And we've seen these two very, very close, but clearly today Joseph Blake is having a good day, perhaps stronger in some of the 4 strokes than Luca, well, in terms of today. And that New Zealand record, S18, held at 3:51.93. Now, Luan, talking through the training, we've spoke about it earlier with Steve, but quite a challenging program when you've got to try and make sure you're lifting all the strokes in the training and getting through all of them, making sure you're prepared.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I guess for in Dunedin at least, we break it down day by day for training. Some days we do just medley work, and some days we do just stroke work, so it all depends.
Makes sense, makes sense. Here comes Joseph Blake, 3:42. He has absolutely smashed the New Zealand record for S18. Well done to Joseph Blake. He's pumping the fists. He's happy with himself. And 2 New Zealand records in that event, with Asher Smith-Franken going close to his as well, but it was Ian Chen and Joseph Blake breaking their respective classification records. Well done, gentlemen. And we'll have a chat to Ian Chen about his performance. 2:25.75. Here with Ian Chen, very eager to get into the warm-down pool. Congratulations on another win, Ian. You're in great form this week. 2:25, a new New Zealand record. Is that one a real special one for you?
Yes, really.
Your breaststroke, obviously very fast in that breaststroke last night. Did you use that breaststroke to really get a good advantage?
Yes, since it's my #1 stroke and the strongest one.
Do you normally try and save up a bit of energy for your breaststroke and the butterfly and the backstroke?
Often I try to, and just make sure I can actually have enough energy to do the last freestyle.
Do you want to do a shout out to your coach or to your family or to anyone?
I want to say thank you to Coach Graham, Jeremy, and my parents for giving me this opportunity to be here. It's been an honor.
Round of applause for Ian Chen, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 200 IM multi-classification. Well done. Moving to the next event on the program, it is the event 35, the women's 200 metres individual medley final. Introducing your finalists in lane 8 from Hamilton Aquatics, Ariella Riley. Lane 1 from Raumati Swimming Club, Maya Adams. Lane 7 from Mount Maunganui Swim Club, Talita McEwen. Lane 2 from North Shore Swim Club, Melissa Cowan. Lane 6 from United Swimming Club, Alex Campion. Lane 3 from Coast Swimming Club, Helena Gasson. Lane 5 from Hamilton Aquatics, Gina McCarthy. Lane 4 from Coast Swimming Club, Zylika Pratt-Smith. Anyone's guess for the win tonight in this one? Helena Gasson, the butterfly specialist, away quickly down the first 25. She's had a wonderful meet so far with huge PBs in the backstroke events too, so expect to see her out fast through the first 100.
Yeah, Helena has been in really good form so far. She's told me that she had a really good lead up into the champs, so let's see what she can do. We know from the backstroke performance yesterday that a backstroke is on as well, so let's see.
Joining me, Luan Grobbelaar, 2023 World Championship team member last year. Having a quick break from injury in this championships, we'll be back straight into the water across the 200 and 400 metre individual medley and breaststroke events. Now starting to come through, Gina McCarthy in the backstroke leg. She doesn't really have too many weaknesses, McCarthy. Backstroke into the breaststroke as well. Zylika Pratt-Smith. alongside her teammate through the halfway mark, but it'll be Gina McCarthy goes through, 1.5 seconds clear of the rest of the swimmers.
Let's see if Gina can keep the lead going. The other two girls are coming back hard for them.
And as you said, Luan, wanting to press and push in those strokes, their favoured strokes, starting to come down now. Will we see a movement here from Zylika Pratt-Smith and Helena Gasson? Melissa Cowan, the breaststroke specialist in lane 2. Alex Campion in 6. Gina McCarthy touches with the 50-metre freestyle to go. 2 seconds clear of Zylika Pratt-Smith. Helena Gasson sitting in 3rd. Gina McCarthy's going to win this event for the 200-metre individual medley for women. Well out in front. Time we're looking for is, of course, a PB for her, first and foremost, and then hopefully down close to those, the NZR and the qualifying mark. Just tiring a bit in the final 10 metres. Gina McCarthy will go there 2:16.58. And she's gone 6 seconds faster than her heat time. And Zylika Pratt-Smith will take silver, Helena Gasson bronze. Alex Campion takes 4th. And a national title for Gina McCarthy. First time we've chatted this meet. Come over a little bit closer, Gina. Congratulations. National title for you. How are you feeling?
Good. Yep, I'm pretty happy with that swim. I've not really done any IM training over the past 6 months. So, yeah, that time, 2:16, I'm pretty happy with.
We missed you in the 400-metre individual medley. Was that a purposeful, you wanted to concentrate on the backstroke?
Yeah. 400 IM really takes it out of me. It's a bit of a killer. So I just really wanted to focus on that 2 back. So hence no 4 IM this time.
So you walk away from these championships pretty happy this time?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I didn't quite get what I wanted in that 2 back, but I've not really been focusing on it for very long, so I've taken away some good learnings, which will be good.
Love that you always have a positive spin on everything you do, and nice to see a bit of the attitude coming out when you walk out. We've missed that.
Thanks.
Well done to Gina McCarthy, 200-metre individual medley record holder. Next up is event 122, the women's 200 metres individual medley multi-classification. Introducing your swimmers in lane 3 from Aqua Gym, Mackenzie Drage. Lane 5 from Selwyn Swim Club, Ella Ben. Lane 4 from Whakatane Swim Club, Chloe Gladwin. And Chloe Gladwin, been in great form this week, been on top of the podium many, many times. We've got Mackenzie Drage hoping for a PB tonight. 4:12.88 is the one she wants to beat. Well, that was her heat time this morning. Her PB might be a little bit quicker there. And Ella Ben, she's been in Paris swimming for many, many years from Selwyn. One of the really experienced Paris swimmers. And then quite a few new younger swimmers coming through. So Chloe Gladwin goes through. Joining me in the commentary is Luan Grobbelaar, who is taking a quick break from swimming, recovering from an injury, but he took part in the World Championships in Fukuoka last year. And he's eager to get back in the water. Now, Luan, you've been down there in Otago for nearly 2 years now. How's everything going down there?
Yeah, at the moment, it's obviously we're putting a bit of a break on things, but you know, when we're down training in Otago, everything's always fun. The only thing that I would say is the downside is unfortunately the weather in Dunedin.
Yeah, I hear you. And in terms of your living arrangements or other things you do outside of swimming?
Yeah, so I flat with a group of boys. I don't know where Curtis is in the stands, but he's also swimming here at the meet today. And then, yeah, I also do study correspondence through Massey, just studying management.
Yeah, always a bit of a juggle to make sure you're not falling asleep in your books and stuff and getting the right balance. So, and Luan, this 200 metres individual medley, your main event was the 400, correct, out of the two?
Yeah, unfortunately, the 400 sort of chose me. I didn't choose the 400. But yeah, if I had the decision, I probably enjoy racing the 200 IM But yeah, the 400 is what I seem to be good at. You're
born with the endurance gene, slightly the longer gene for longer events?
Yeah, unfortunately, but we do try and change that sometimes in training with a bit of sprinting, just to try to keep going fast rather than long. Yeah.
Insights from Luan Grobbelaar, 400 metre IM representative at last year's World Championships. Chloe Gladwin coming down her final 25 now. Let's look at the New Zealand record for this event and see whether she can get close to it. For S19, she owns it at 2:54.54. And she did that this morning, so now it's 2:53.01. So let's see whether she goes under that. Wow, 2:46.37. 7 seconds under the New Zealand record she did this morning in the heats. She must have had a good lunch. And here comes Ella Ben in the SM9 category. She did 3:13, a 10-second improvement for Ella Ben in the SM9. Let's have a look at that New Zealand record. And that one's owned by Dame Sophie Pascoe. But a 10-second improvement there for Ella Ben. And Mackenzie Drage, we want to see her through to a PB, perhaps. $4:12.88 Mackenzie did this morning. Family watching on. Let's make some noise for our multi-classification women in this 200 metres individual medley. 4:05, that's a 7-second improvement from this morning. Look at all those green times on the board. They've done very well. Congratulations. And a great win for Chloe Gladwin. We'll be back after this short break for the men's 1500 metre freestyle.
We know a country where the food is bountiful and the wine is beautiful. Where the skies are big because the horizons are wide, so the warm, gentle landscape stretches out forever. A country where the food offering spans from pick your own to picking it up from a roadside stall or a farmer's market, to taking your pick from restaurant menus that are as good as anywhere in the world. And so is the wine. This is a country that will refresh you and recharge you and just make you feel a whole lot better about things. This country is food and wine country, but you might know it as Hawke's Bay.
Welcome back to the Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Championships. We move now to event 36, the final of the men's 1500 metres freestyle. Introducing the finalists to you in lane 7 from Club 37, Tate Pichon. Lane 2 from Blenheim Swim Club, Jack Bugler. Lane 6 from Coast Swimming Club, Oscar Greenwood. Lane 3 from Hamilton Aquatics, Kinnan Brockhusen. Lane 5 from Club 37, William Leroy. Lane 4 from Coast Swimming Club, Lan Hamlin-O. .30 lengths of the pool for these 6 swimmers. 2 of them are para swimmers in the outside lanes, Tate Pichon and Jack Bugler. And we've seen some real fantastic swims from Tate Pichon in the distance freestyle this week. He's in great form, as is Jack Bugler. Lan Hamlin-O in lane 4 for Coast, the 18-year-old, fastest on paper as they go through the first 50, just on 28 seconds. And joining me to have a chat through this race, Lan, is Luan Grobler, member of the New Zealand swim team last year for the World Champs in Fukuoka. And although, Luan, you've only done, as you've said, one 1500 in your career, you are a distance swimmer. And what do you think will be going through the heads of these swimmers just in these very early stages? What should they be concentrating on and thinking about?
Yeah, so at the beginning, I would say you would definitely be pacing yourself. You do not want to go too fast, otherwise you're just going to do a classic crash and burn, and that's going to sting, especially those last 500 meters. So towards the 1,000-meter mark, your arms are going to be hurting. Those turns are going to be tough, so it's just going to be who can hold on.
Yeah, we've talked about sort of splitting the race up, and often it's 3 lots of 500, and working through that first 500, getting some indication from the coaches from the sideline as to whether they're on track or not. And that's the thing with the 1500. They do actually glance over at their coaches. I'm not sure, is that something you've done before, Luan, or is it too sort of fast and furious in the 400 IM?
Yeah, so for the 1500, for one or two that I did, those coaches are so crucial, just to make sure you're on pace, but also not forgetting that you're actually in a race. So just keeping to the race environments, you know. And if you feel you can go, then you can just go. But yeah, these boys are currently going out quite fast at a 2:03. So let's see if they can hold on.
And that time on paper, 15 minutes 54.24 for Lan. And he goes through in 2:03 through the 200-metre mark. And we'll just look forward to seeing him settle alongside William Leroy here into what pace they settle into. By about the 300-metre mark, you'll start to see those splits settle down. 32.23 for Lan Hemblino, and he'll know exactly where he needs to be sitting. And just looking at Lan's best ever performance, it was at last year's New Zealand Championships. PB of 15:45.11, and but an entry time today of 15:54.24.
William's looking really good, sticking with Lan, even though his PB is quite a difference, so we might be seeing a big PB from William Leroy now.
Jack Bugler leads the Paris swimmers, them in two different disability classes. S14 for Jack Bugler in lane 2, S19 multi-classification class for Tate Pichon, the 27-year-old. And Oscar Greenwood, he's had a busy champs. He's been part of some of the relay teams for Coast, and great to be on the team here at the New Zealand Championships. Back to third at the moment, it is Kinnan Brockhusen from Hamilton Aquatics, coached by Matt Wolf. And I guess at this stage, Luan, efficiency and preservation of those energy levels for the final stage of this event is important. And in a 1500, it's deciding when you do actually want to go for it. Make sure you don't go too early and, as you said, crash and burn at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. The 1500 is all about efficiency and stroke rate. So just getting a good stroke rate, a comfortable stroke rate, really early on, and then just holding that, and then for the last 100 or 200 when you want to pick it up, you can just go. So really high elbows, efficiency, good stroke, entry, all of those things play a role.
Lan Hemblino coming through to the 500-metre mark now. And a 5:17.69. William Leroy holding on to this early pace. The two of them swimming together, watching over. Now, as we've seen with a much shorter event, the 100-metre freestyle, sometimes not a good idea to be looking too closely at your competitors on either side. I guess, Luan, you would have probably had an occasion where you've been too fixed on the person next door to you and you both swim slow, and you've got to really swim your own race.
Oh, absolutely. Swimming your own race is so important. You know, beforehand, when you talk to your coach, you always have your own game plan. Sometimes it's just race to the race environment, but, you know, you also got your own goals, and they might not align with the person next to you. So swimming your own race is so important, and not getting caught in the race is also very important.
I think the thing for people at home or people that maybe swim casually is you at the top level, you get very good at knowing how fast you are going, your pace, right? You don't obviously have a watch, you can't see how fast you're going in the race, but you've got an awareness of how fast you're going. Would that be correct?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But then you also, unfortunately, sometimes have the feeling where you just don't feel so good, and you're also just trying to push through. So sometimes you don't always know, but, you know, you just give it a guess, and at the end of the day in a race, you give it your best, regardless if you feel good or bad.
Yep, that's good. Insights from Luan Grobela, breaststroker and 400 and individual medley swimmer, just on an injury break, back into the water very soon. And we look over to Jack Bugler leading, well, he's in the S14 class, 6:51.80 through that 650 metre mark. In fact, that 550 metre mark for Jack Bugler. And now Lan Hamlin-O has just opened up that lead now. Now, whether it is William Leroy just falling off the pace or Lan increasing that pace, we'll have a look at the splits. A 32-1, so Lan Hamlin-O holding that 32 lows in these 50 splits at the moment, which is encouraging.
William sticking with him. The coach is there, just pushing William along, not trying to get Lan too far ahead.
And plenty of training having to go in for the 1,500 metre freestyle. And when you see those training, it's often longer distances, slightly longer sessions, perhaps for some of those distance swimmers. A real huge aerobic conditioning required and base fitness to bring these swimmers through. And often, as we've seen, Luan, at Olympic Games and World Champs, some of these races come down to a 50-metre sprint. So not only do you have to have the endurance, you actually have to be able to pull the kick in and put in a sprint.
Yeah, exactly. I guess that just comes down to how bad you want it. That last little 10 or 5 metres, just that determination of finishing the race and getting to the wall first.
Yeah, so a whole lot of different facets, and I'm sure that would be practice in training, the sprint in the final 50 or the final 25, just in case that's what happens. And our visitor, William Leroy, sitting in second. Third is Kinnan Brockhuizen. Fourth, Oscar Greenwood. And then back to Jack Bugler, then Tate Pichon. We go from the longest event in the program to the shortest after our medal ceremony, kicking off with the breaststroke 50s, and then the splash and dash 50-metre freestyle. Nice smooth stroke here from Oscar Greenwood. Just breathing off to his right. Looking over at the coaching team, John Gatfield just giving the signs, the signals, whether or not they're on track. And Lan through the 900-metre mark, 9:35.27, just checking back on his splits from his fastest career time. And he's on track for this time he's got in the program at the moment, Luan, 15:54.55 at the moment, but he could be the final couple of 100 metres in a 1,500, usually a lot quicker, probably. I always wondered that. Is it just the crowd reaction? Is it the fact that you know you're nearly there? Or is it the fact that I've got 200 to go and I'm going to leave nothing in the tank?
It's probably all those factors included. You know, the crowd always plays a huge role in bringing the swimmers home. You know, we've got a famous saying in Dunedin where it's let your speed take you out and let the crowd bring you back. You know, so the crowd definitely plays a role. And then also, you know, when you've got 200 left, you know you only have 200 left and a 1,500, so you're like, I'm nearly there. So these swimmers I would assume, now just turned at the 1,000-metre mark, would be hoping these last 500 is going to go quickly.
Yeah, that's interesting looking at it that way. The last 200 is actually like the last 8 metres of a 50 freestyle. That's when the head goes down, you bury it for the wall. It's kind of the same.
Yeah, exactly. That just becomes pretty much a sprint. That's all it is. Yeah, no pacing. Then the stroke rate can go crazy.
And here we go. It is Kinnan Brockhuizen has coming through to his 1,000 metre, 2/3 of the way through. Jack Bugler goes through at 900 metres. And each of these swimmers just taking some learnings from this race experience, hoping for that PB, but at the same time coming away with a number of different things they can work on. And we talked about that with Gina McCarthy, really impressed with what she said after her 200-metre individual medley. with the backstroke she's done this week, she's got a whole list of things that she wants to work on and start concentrating on. Perhaps with her, she's decided she wants to just focus on one event over the next period. Lan Hamlin-O goes through the 1100 metre mark at 11:46.48. Let's check the splits on the next lap. Luan, he was at 32.11. We'll also start monitoring, but it was that early pace. William Leroy's just dropped off that pace. You wonder where he's settling now in his splits. But Lan Hamlin-O, a real pro at these distance. He's been a good few years here doing the 800, 1500. He's got some real talent in the open water as well, with some championship titles over the 10K and 5K in recent years. Now let's look at the records for our S19 and S14 classes over the 1500 metre freestyle. S19 at 21:55. That's what we're looking for Tate Pichon. His entry time is faster than that. And then the S14 is held by Asher Smith-Franklin at 17:34, which could be a tough ask there for Jack Bugler. It'll be that Tate Pichon could be a New Zealand record for him. He's been swimming very well in the distance events. He broke his 800 metre PB by nearly 30 seconds. So if we follow that, we could see nearly a minute faster if he keeps that sort of form. And Lan Hamlin-O turns with 200 metres left to swim. This is what we were talking about. This is the final, essentially the sprint into the end for Lan Hamlin-O. What's he got left in the tank to bring this home?
Really is going to be giving it everything he has left in this last 200. So we'll see the kick increasing now. We'll see the stroke rate picking up. Let's bring him home, guys.
And of course, the 1500 metre swimmers, they will have the ring of the bell with 100 metres to go. That's just to avoid any mishaps with a miscount of the laps. And that bell rings for them with 100 metres to go. That's normally a signal where you start to see the kick really raw. But we should see Lan Hamlin-O just starting to pick things up now. Coach is indicating to bring a little bit of a kick now. Can we get him under that 15:54 that he's got in the program?
Junior Pampak's qualifying time of 15:50.45. So let's see if he will get it. It's going to be a bit of a tough ask, but we can do it. He's coming home now.
Lan Hamlin-O with 75 metres left to swim. Can he do something extra special in this final 100? And he is going to turn for home. And he's going to be outside of that Junior Pampaks. And we'll keep an eye on those times. We've got another 4 or 5 minutes for Tate Pichon to finish up here in lane 7. But put your hands together for Lan Hamlin-O, ladies and gentlemen. New Zealand 1500 metre champion here at the Apollo Projects New Zealand Swim Champs 2024, 16:12.79. And he's well in front of the rest of the field. In comes William Leroy. And he had a 16:42 in the program and started very, very quickly. And he's come in 16:31, being rewarded with a 10-second PB there. Third will go to Kinnan Brockhusen. And he won't be far off his PB of 16:59.52. And he's got that PB just by a 0.3 of a second. Next to come home will be Oscar Greenwood from Coast. And he'll be just outside of his entry time. And nice pace into the finish here for Oscar. He'll finish in 17:24. Tate Pichon turns with 200 metres to go. He's got his own 200 to swim now. Jack Bugler with 100 metres to swim. Bugler will get the bell. S14, one of our para swimmers. And S14, an intellectual impairment. And 150 metres to swim for Tate Pichon, 21:55. I think safe to say he's going to smash that. Massive gains for Tate this week. And here comes Jack Bugler, pouring everything into it with 25 metres to go. Pichon gets the bell. And we could see just over 20 minutes there for Tate, but here comes Jack Bugler, 18:59.89. And that is a 40-second PB for Jack Bugler. That's what you call a PB, ladies and gentlemen. And Tate Pichon going to lower his own New Zealand record by a substantial margin here. 19:29. And coming back and generally doing about 40 seconds for the 50:41. And you think just that is quick. That's quick. After 30 lengths doing 41 seconds per 50. And he's going to come in and, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a PB and New Zealand record breaking of 1.5 minutes faster than his best. Let's wrap it up for all of our able-bodied swimmers and our para multi-classification swimmers. Great job. And we'll catch a word with our winner. And a big thanks to Luan Grobbelaar, who's been helping me in commentary here, giving a few extra insights from someone that's doing it at the moment, swimming at the moment, back in the water shortly. Have Lan Hamlin-O here. Congratulations, Lan, on your national title, 16:10. Your reaction to that win?
Yeah, definitely happy with that. You always can't complain when you win nationals, so pretty stoked with that. But yeah.
The plan to go out, you must have had good conversations with coaches over there about pacing and all that. Is, without looking at the papers and seeing how it goes, do you feel it sort of hit the splits, hit the right marks?
Yeah, I feel like I was pretty on pace. I mean, it's always hard to tell halfway through a race, but I was feeling good and strong. So
you had William Leroy there for you for the first 300 to 400 metres. Was that a little bit unsettling for you, or how did that feel?
Then I don't know, it's always nice having someone right there next to you. But yeah, I was kind of expecting him to be there and kind of knew it was going to happen. So.
Now, your goals for 2024, if you don't mind sharing with us, what are some of the meets coming up, the things that want to keep you motivated?
I mean, I've got World Juniors coming up for open water. 10K, so it's a pretty scary race to get into, but I just enjoy it and see how that goes, and yeah, take it as it comes.
Yeah, you've been going very well in the open water with collecting some titles down there in Taupō, or up there in Taupō. So wishing you well for 2024, Lana, and congratulations on your national title.
Thank you, Scott.
We'll be back after this short break.
We know a country where the food is bountiful and the wine is beautiful. Where the skies are big because the horizons are wide, so the warm, gentle landscape stretches out forever. A country where the food offering spans from pick your own to picking it up from a roadside stall or a farmer's market, to taking your pick from restaurant menus that are as good as anywhere in the world. And so is the wine. This is a country that will refresh you and recharge you and just make you feel a whole lot better about things. This country is food and wine country, but you might know it as Hawke's Bay.
Swimming Championships. Just recapping some of the exciting races that have taken place in the earlier parts of the session. We started with the women's 800 metre freestyle, that very close finish between Erika Fairweather and Eve Thomas, both going underneath that Olympic qualifying standard, which they'd already done in Doha, but a win for Erika Fairweather. And then we moved to the 200 metres individual medley for men, and it was Lewis Clareburt who got that Olympic qualifying standard. He hadn't got it in Doha, so that was another one to collect for him. Very close to his own New Zealand record, just 0.1 of a second off. Then it was a couple of New Zealand records in that multi-classification. Joseph Blake and Ian Chen with the overall and a good swim by Asher Smith-Franklin there just outside his own New Zealand record. The women's 200 metres individual medley, it was Gina McCarthy that won in a 2:16. She seemed pretty happy with that performance. Looking forward to going back and really concentrating on her backstroke legs. She hadn't done a lot of IM swimming, as she said. A Chloe Gladwin, New Zealand record for her, huge record for her, and some PBs across the board for the three swimmers in that event. And then, as we've just seen, the men's 1500 metre freestyle, that was won by Lan Hamblin-O, and of course he had to get that time for the World Junior Open Water Champs, which he's done, and he's looking forward to getting into that soon. And a New Zealand record for Tate, Pichon, and huge PBs for some of the other swimmers in that field. That's a bit of a wrap from the first half of the session. We'll be back after this break with the first of our medal ceremonies.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Welcome back to the Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Championships 2024. We move to the first of two medal presentations this evening. Presenting medals, Paul Lloyd, Executive Director of Apollo Projects, our principal partner. The first medal presentation is the women's 800 metre freestyle. The bronze medal in 8:36.40 from Neptune, Caitlin Deans. Medal ceremonies presented by All Proof Industries. Silver medal in 8:22.27 from Coast, Eve Thomas. And that is a Olympic qualifying standard. Winning the gold medal in 8:21.67 from Neptune, Erica Fairweather. Also an Olympic qualifying standard time. Next up is the medal presentation for 200-metre individual medley for men. Third place, bronze medal, 2:05.38 from North Shore, Blair Helms. Silver medal from Coast, Sam Brown, 2:03.88. Winning the gold from Club 37, Lewis Clearbird in an Olympic qualifying standard time, 1:57.36. Moving now to the next medal ceremony, 200 metres individual medley, men multi-classification. Bronze medal, 2:37.56 from Pukekohe Swim Club, Joel Watkins. Silver medal from North Shore Swimming Club, Asher Smith Franklin, 2:17.65. Gold medal from St Paul's Swimming Club, Ian Chen in a New Zealand record time for S19, 2:25.75. Medals presented by Paul Lloyd, Executive Director, Apollo Projects, our principal partner of Swimming New Zealand. Next up, 200 metre individual medley for women. Bronze medal, 2:20.71 from Coast Swim Club, Helena Gasson. Silver medal from Coast, 2:18.92, Zyleka Pratt-Smith. And gold in 2:16.58 from Hamilton Aquatics, Gina McCarthy. Moving now to the 200 IM for women multi-classification. Bronze medal, 4:05.68 from Aqua Gym, Mackenzie Drage. Silver medal from Selwyn Swim Club, Ella Ben, 3:03.63. All of these women doing huge PBs. And winning the gold medal from Whakatane Swim Club, it is Chloe Gladwin, 2:46.37 in a new New Zealand record, S19. Now to the 1500 metre freestyle for the men. Bronze medal in 17:24.93 goes to Oscar Greenwood, Coast. The joint silver medal with the visitor goes to, I will wait till we'll get the bronze medal around Oscar's neck. The joint silver goes to Kinnan Brockhusen from Hamilton Aquatics and William Leroy from Club 37, our visitor. 16:59.24, 16:31.67 respectively. And the winner is Lan Hamblin O in a time of 16:12.79 from Coast, reaching that mark to qualify for the World Junior Open Water Champs. And the next presentation is for our multi-classification. Second place, Jack Bugler gets the silver, well done. And winning the gold medal is Tate Pichon. The next award is for the women's 800 metre freestyle multi-classification. Goes to Quinn Pike, gold medal for her. And she is not here this evening, but we just wanted to recognise that. Now we have our second part of the awards. The next Swimming New Zealand award is Emerging Swimmer of the Year. It's the Norma Williams Cup. It's presented to the overall... In fact, one break, 1 second. We're going to start with the Baxter O'Neill Trophy, presented to the Supreme Swimmer of the Year for swimming performance, services to the sport and character in the 23 calendar year. The winner is Erica Fairweather from Neptune and Swim Dunedin. Erica receives this award for her outstanding performance across the 23 calendar year. Her New Zealand record-breaking bronze medal in sub-4-minute performance in the women's 400 freestyle in Fukuoka was the highlight, along her triple crown in the World Cups and multiple New Zealand records during the national champs. Erica has also been recognised for being a role model for the wider swimming community. This is the first time Erica has received this award. Next one is Aquablack Certificate 254. We would like to present this to Natasha Lloyd with their Aquablack Pin Certificate. Natasha debuted as an Aquablack at the 2017 FINA World Championships in Budapest. And this is presented to her by her father, Paul Lloyd, from Apollo Projects. A special moment getting that Aquablack Pin Certificate for her. And a little bit of emotion there. Congratulations, Natasha. Well done to all our award winners. We'll be back after the short break for the next program, the next events on the program, the 50-metre breaststroke for men.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Welcome back to the Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Championships live from the Hawke's Bay Regional Aquatic Centre. We move now to event 37, the men's 50-metre breaststroke final. Introducing the swimmers to you now. In lane 1 from Kiwi West, Riley McGurr. Lane 2 from Tahiti, Teva Gehan. Lane 3 from Club 37, Eli Litton. Lane 4 from Club 37, Josh Gilbert. Lane 5 from Club 37, Josh Pickett. Lane 6 from Napier Aquahawks, Caleb Carlisle. Lane 7 from Wharanui, Max Gardner. And lane 8 from Alexandra Swimming, Caleb Ludlow. Looking for a really good pull out here. Who's going to come out in front? Josh Gilbert comes out in front. A best time of under 28. He'll want to bring that form this evening into this 50 metres breaststroke. The fastest breaststrokers in the country. Josh versus Josh in lane 4 and 5. Josh Gilbert. But it is Josh Pickett starting to come through. 28-22, a win for Josh Gilbert.
Top 3 finish for Club 37. 1, 2, 3.
And all Club 37 on the dais tonight. 1, 2, 3 for Club 37. And what a training environment for those 3 breaststrokers. And not a lot in it there. Josh Gilbert had to work very hard in those final metres, just 0.1 of a second, and it came down to the touch. Look at that. That's what 0.1 of a second looks like, ladies and gentlemen. And Eli Litton going under 29. Improvement from his heat time. Caleb Carlisle. Josh, your final individual event for the championships. Congratulations on another national title, the clean sweep across the breaststroke events. You must be pleased to get 3 national titles.
Yeah, for sure. It's always a good feeling to get the win and getting 3 of them. It's a pretty good feeling.
0.1 of a second in it. You had your club mates either side, but you can go back and gloat to them that you were there first. But nice to have Club 37 completely on the podium.
Yeah, for sure. I'd like to have a special shout out to my good mate Eli Litton. Today is actually his last competition, and he's been a training partner of mine for many years now, and he's a good friend, and he pushes me in the pool every day, and not only that, he makes me a better person. So cheers, Eli.
That's awesome little tribute there. Now, Josh, are we going to see you again in this relay later on tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Club 37's coming to take it all.
Put your hands together for Josh Gilbert, ladies and gentlemen. Clean sweep in the breaststroke events here at the New Zealand Championships. We move now to the next event on the program. It is the 50 breaststroke for women, and it is the final. Let's introduce those swimmers to you now. In lane 2 from Phoenix, Jasmine Lyles. Lane 3 from Coast Swimming Club, Helena Hutmeyer. Lane 4 from North Shore Swimming Club, Monique Wierzowski. Lane 5 from North Shore, Melissa Cowan. Lane 6 from Coast, Zylika Pratt-Smith. Lane 7 from Coast, Helena Gasson. New Zealand record holder in lane 4, Monique Wierzowski, just 0.2 of a second off her own New Zealand record this morning in the heats. Let's try and get her through to a New Zealand record. This could be the fastest we've ever seen over 50 breaststroke for the women. Wierzowski out on her own. The battle will be on for second. Helena Gasson here in lane 7's going to get silver, I think. Gasson saved a bit of energy in the turn at IM. She's going to bring it for the 50 breaststroke. Monique Wierzowski's going to win it. 30.38, a New Zealand record. For Monique Wierzowski, she's brought it down by 0.3 of a second. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the fastest 50 breast we've ever seen in this country. What a treat to witness that one. 30.3. What a superb job by Monique Wierzowski. Second to the wall was Helena Gasson. Third, I haven't seen yet. And we'll catch a word with our New Zealand record holder. Well, she's retained it, she's lowered it. And well out on her own. There it was, Zalika Pratt-Smith, the Coast team getting second and third. You've got to see a smile here. There's a little bit of a smile. Congratulations, Monique Wierzowski. I'm going to put the mic to you. What's your reaction to that awesome swim?
Oh, I'm just incredibly happy with that. I'm happy to bring it back after that 100, but yeah, I'm just happy.
You had a big crowd here. They were all cheering for you on their feet, bringing the record down by 0.3 of a second. You're close to that 30. I can feel it. It's not far away.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
There's your New Zealand record tower from Swimming New Zealand. Congratulations on a superb meet and all the very best for 24.
Thank you so much.
Moving now to the men's 50 metres freestyle. Please put your hands together and welcome our B finalists. And just announcing, we have lane 1, Luke O'Connor, 2, Fergus Eadie, 3, Jasper Cornish, 4, Jack Hendy, 5, Christopher Ilson, 6, Harrison Clowens, 7, Blake Elliott, and 8, Wilrick Kutsia. The B final of the men's 50 metre freestyle, splash and dash. Jack Hendy in lane 4, the fastest in 23.1, but a good start in lane 2, Fergus Eadie from Coast. Fergus Eadie, can he hold on to this early lead? Lane 4 starting to come through now. Lane 6 is there as well. Harrison Clowens. Harrison Clowens is going to get there for the B final. I think he does. 23.07. And what a way to finish the campaign for Harrison Clowens, winning the B final, 23.0. And he lowers his heat time by 0.25 of a second, which in the 50 freestyle is quite a margin. There is the final, the result of the B final. Moving now to introduce the A final of the men's 50 freestyle. Strap yourself in. In lane 1, Liam McGowan, Oamaru Swimming Club. Lane 2 from Club 37, Zach Dell. Lane 3 from Coast Swimming Club, Cameron Gray. Lane 4 from Wharanui Swim Club, Taiko Torepi Ormsby. Lane 5 from Club 37, Michael Pickett. Lane 6 from Club 37, Carter Swift. Lane 7 from Kiwi, Kale Twist. Lane 8 from Coast Swim Club, Finn Harland. The most stacked field in the 50 freestyle history here. New Zealand record holder Taiko Terepi Ormsby in lane 4. Michael Pickett in 5. Cameron Gray in 3. It's going to come down to the final 15 metres. Michael Pickett leading at the moment. Being challenged by Taiko Terepi Ormsby. It's going to come down to the touch. Torepi Ormsby wins it. 22.08. Woo! I need a warm down myself. 22.1, I think it was. Very, very close indeed. But it was that final 7 metres by Taiko Terepi Ormsby to just lift it a notch and get to the wall first. And let's look at the result. 22.08 for Taiko Terepi Ormsby. Cameron Gray gets third. Michael Pickett gets the silver. Carter Swift in 4th. Let's give him another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. There was a lot on that one. And we'll catch a word with Taiko for another chat. Always so much pressure in that 50, lots of things running through the head, trying to take that nervous energy and put it into the race, and making sure all of the processes are met. The dive is perfect, the breakout is perfect, the finish is perfect. It all has to come together. And we chat to Taiko. Congratulations. Qualification this morning, New Zealand record this morning, New Zealand title tonight. Taiko, you must be happy.
Yeah, definitely can't complain about that. I know some of the other boys in the race wanted to get under that time. A little gutted to see that, but I mean, yeah, pretty happy with that race, and so should everyone else be.
There was a lot of, just talking a lot of pressure. Just walk us through what's going through your head before you sort of step on that block.
Yeah, talking about pressure, I think a lot of that came off this morning. Luckily enough, I got the time. Coming tonight, less pressure. Just wanted to keep my hand first on the wall, which I did. So yeah.
Those last 10, 15 metres, I'm guessing you're sensing it was going to be close, and you just had to. Were you just thinking about your own processes at that point?
Yeah, this morning I tried to keep my eyes off Cameron. I did that, and then tonight I saw Michael next to me. I was like, oh gosh, it's a little too close for me. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Now, you left and you've been over there in the States for 2 years now, and when you left, I remember you doing quite a number of different strokes and distances. At what point did you decide 50 freestyles for me?
That's a good question. I think... Oh, very good question. No, yeah, getting a little older, yes, that's correct. Not as old as William Campbell, though, but... Yeah, I mean, just stick to the freestyle, because that's just what I am and what I've been doing. Moved away from backstroke a bit. Still keeping in the fly, which I'm pretty happy about. Very similar to the freestyle, so yeah.
Put your hands together for Taiko Torepi Ormsby, New Zealand champion, 50 metres freestyle. Moving now to the next event on the program. It is the B final of the women's 50 freestyle. Please put your hands together and welcome our finalists over to the blocks. So let's do that again. Let's welcome our B finalists onto the pool deck. My bad, final night. Scott's getting tired. Okay, let's go to the 50 freestyle men multi-classification. The speaker system is working. Okay, we're going to introduce the swimmers to you now. Lane 1, Joshua Wilmer, Pukekohe. Lane 2, Jack Bugler, Blenheim. Joel Watkins is in 3 from Pukekohe. Lane 4, Cameron Leslie, Whangarei Swimming Club. Finn Russ is in 5, Selwyn Swim Club. Lane 6 from Club 37, James Hayden. Lane 7 from Club 37 is Denver Xavier. And lane 8 from Hamilton Aquatics, Joseph Blake. Nice energy from Finn Russ there, ready to go. Cameron Leslie in lane 4, S4. Coming fast in lane 3, it's Joel Watkins of Pukekohe. And in lane 5, this is Finn Russ. Finn Russ, he did a New Zealand record this morning, 26.94. Who's going to get there first? Joel Watkins. It's going to be Finn Russ with a New Zealand record. He's done it again. Finn Russ is on fire. Here comes Joseph Blake, and here comes Cameron Leslie. 38.32, just a fraction slower than his great heat this morning. And well done to all our multi-classification men in the 50 metres freestyle. And let's have a look across the results there. 38.11 for Joseph Blake, a little bit slower than this morning, but it's a win for Cameron Leslie. So we'll get a word with him. And that is well underneath the Paralympic qualifying standard for the second time today. Cam, just a fraction slower, but still in that 38 low. Your reaction?
Yeah, it's all right. Just a bit gutted. I had one breath there with 10 to go. So, yeah, the goal was to try and do it no breath again, and didn't quite get it. But for that time to be there, it must have been looking pretty good at that point.
Yeah, in terms of taking that breath, obviously it gets to a point where you need one, and you're thinking, I need that extra little bit of oxygen to bring you home.
Yeah, I think it's got to be a little bit more, probably a bit more brave, a bit more courageous than what I had there to sort of just suck it up.
So you came down here, you had 2 days at the championships, you've done the job, you've done qualifications on both days. I guess boxes are ticked. You're on your way to the Paralympics and the next few months. Talk us through what that might look like for you.
Yeah, we've got a couple of training camps, a long course camp, and going to the Ocean Swim Series in Fiji, just to get a bit more distance than what I'd normally do back home, and yeah, then into holding camp pre-games.
So full on, and talking about the family, 3 young children and your wife, you were talking to me earlier about them coming along for some of this to involve them.
Yeah, when you're sort of my age and stage in the sport and family becomes a bigger part of it, it's really cool to have Bo, Delilah, Sunny, my wife, sort of come and be part of it. It certainly makes a massive difference to me and my well-being, but also family life. Like as soon as it becomes not real sustainable and sort of you're having to put everything family second all the time, it's not quite right in my head.
And for those that might not know, wheelchair rugby is another a big part of your life. Can you give us like a very quick 101 on how that works?
It's a little bit like bumper cars with a ball. It's very much encouraged, very physical, a little bit combatish in terms of people coming at you and hitting you. And it's quite hard for me trying to be a swimmer and a rugby player at the same time to try and have a body shape that fits both.
Big round of applause for Cameron Leslie, ladies and gentlemen. Second Paralympic qualifying mark for you. Congratulations.
Cheers, mate.
And guess what? We're now at the 50 freestyle for women B final. Let's welcome them onto the pool deck. And across the lanes, lane 1, Milan Glintmayer, 2, Summer Osborne, 3, Maddie Kidd, 4, Phoebe Nelson, 5, Holly Neville from Australia, 6, Molly Shivnan, 7, Jessie Welch, and 8, Eva Allen. The fastest in this B final, 26.41. There's not a lot in it, just 0.2 of a second between first and third on the program. Good start here by Maddie Kidd in lane 3. She's winding it up, but there's nothing in it with 20 metres to swim. This is anyone's for the B final. Starting to come through from Phoenix, Holly Neville from Australia. Holly Neville might get there, but a fast finish from Phoebe Nelson. And Phoebe Nelson will get there, 26.18. And that's a good final 5 metres for Phoebe Nelson from Otaki Titans, the 23-year-old. And look how close that was from lane 1 through 7. And I'll be interested to see what those splits were with the results. And just 0.7 of a second and 0.8 of a second separating the entire field. Well done to our B finalists. Now introducing your A final of the women's 50 metres freestyle. Lane 1 from Pukekohe Swim Club, Rebecca Moynihan. Lane 2 from United Swimming Club, Amy Crosby. Lane 3 from North Shore Swim Club, Chelsea Edwards. Lane 4 from Club 37, Gabby Farmasili. Lane 5 from Coast Swimming Club, Laura Quilter. Lane 6 from Club 37, Letitia Lee Transom. Lane 7 from Coast Swimming Club, it is Zoe Pedersen. And lane 8 from Hitatonga Sun Devils, Emma Godwin. Away they go, Gabby Farmasili. She did a 25.08 this morning, just off the New Zealand record. Good start here by Chelsea Edwards in 3. Chelsea Edwards getting down there very quick down the 25. Nothing in it now. Gabby Farmasili maybe by a fingernail. Laura Quilter head down now, no breathing. I think it's going to be Farmasili. She gets there, 25.13. Another PB for Laura Quilter, gets there, bronze. I think it was Chelsea Edwards who might have got the silver, or maybe the outside lane. We'll have a look. That one was a fight to the end. Chelsea Edwards, just a stroke in it, half a stroke. And let's have a look at that result of the women's 50 metre freestyle. 0.1 of a second in it back to Chelsea Edwards, 0.05 back to Laura Quilter for the bronze. Letitia Lee Transom a further 0.2 back. Again, a very, very tight final. Rebecca Moynihan making her way up the field to 5th. And we'll catch a word with Gabby Farmasili, our New Zealand champion. Congratulations, Gabby, on a national title for you, 25.11. Your reaction to that swim today, pretty tight?
Yeah, it's pretty tight. I'm just glad to be faster than last year, and I'm glad to enjoy the journey with Club 37, so yeah.
It must be an amazing club atmosphere there. See you sort of taking a few hugs back there from people. In terms of, you've been at the top level for many, many years. What do you love about swimming and the community?
Oh, definitely the relationships and the people you meet. Those are priceless, so yeah.
In terms of aims and goals and things you were hoping to come out of tonight, are you happy with that swim?
I mean, you can't not be happy with being a national champ, so yeah.
Absolutely. Gabby Farmasili, New Zealand champion, 50 metre freestyle. Well done. Straight into the women's 50 freestyle multi-classification. Lane 2 from Matamata Swim Club, Riley Sayer. Lane 3 from Pukekohe Swim Club, Tupou Naufi. Four from Hamilton Aquatics, Quinn Pike. Lane 5, Chloe Gladwin, Whakatane Swim Club. Six from Hamilton Aquatics, Melissa Donahue. And lane 7, Mackenzie Drage from Aquagym Swim Club. A few different classifications in this event, and a nice start by Tupou Naufi. Can she go quicker than the 34.40 she did this morning? She's got away nicely. Quinn Pike and the old rivalry between her and Chloe Gladwin. The New Zealand record S19 at 31.77. There's a great swim for Quinn Pike. 30.8. Blown away the New Zealand record of 31.77, and she's gone 1.2 seconds faster. And Tupou Naufi, a much faster time than this morning, just outside that Paralympic qualifying mark. And we'll have a look at the result for Mackenzie Drage and Riley Sayer. Quinn Pike wins it, Mackenzie Drage 43.28, and Melissa Donahue 43.48. That is a new Zealand record for Melissa Donahue in the S18 class, and just holding those results. See if I can see some other things here. Yep, that was it. So a New Zealand record for both Quinn Pike in S19, Melissa Donahue in the S18. Congratulations, Quinn. There's not too many people that can do a PB by 1.2 seconds in a 50 freestyle, so that was very, very good. How did that one feel for tonight? Obviously, very good.
Yeah, good.
Talk us through that race. You had Chloe next to you again. Did you feel a bit of competition?
Yeah.
Now tell us about, you're based in Hamilton. Do you go to school, I guess?
Yeah, at St. Peter's.
St. Peter's. How do you fit in training versus, does that balance okay? You can train in the morning, train at night, and school in the middle of the day?
Yeah.
And you get tired at school after the morning sessions?
Yeah.
Don't fall asleep in your books?
Nah.
Oh, that's good to hear. Mum and Dad will be good to hear. There is your New Zealand record towel from Swimming New Zealand. Well done on a superb championship.
Thank you.
We'll be back after the short break for our relays. Welcome back to the Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Championships, the final session here at the Hawke's Bay Regional Aquatic Centre. Moving now to event 202. It is the men's 4x100 metre freestyle relay. Introducing the teams for you. In lane 5, it is New Zealand S14, James Hayden, David Beck, Jack Bugler and Asher Smith-Franklin. In lane 4, it is New Zealand S19, Denver Xavier, Joel Watkins, Ian Chen and Finn Russ. So we've got the S19 team in lane 4 and a collective of S14 in lane 5. Bit of a fierce rivalry between S19 and S14. And won the S14 class in the Paralympic pathway, and the S15 to S19 classifications in an alternative pathway, meaning there's other international championships that they take part in around the world. But in New Zealand, the Swimming New Zealand team work hard to put these classifications in the same race, and they will determine the winner based off times, margins to the world record. So this is James Hayden, who's had a good meet. He's had some really good swims, really taking advantage of that environment he's got at Club 37. In goes David Beck. Joel Watkins, fresh off his 50 metres events, is back in the water again. Not much time to warm down. And a 101.69 for the first swimmer, James Hayden. And it was Denver Xavier did a 104.59. And let's see if S19 can catch S14. Joel Watkins just starting to approach and come onto the shoulder of David Beck here. He's right up with him. And I think they're going to touch almost together with Ian Chen is waiting. Jack Bugler goes into the water. And good powerful kick behind both of them through this third 100. And now Ian Chen takes the lead for S19. A margin now of 1.2 seconds. S19 leads. Finn Russ lining up. Asher Smith-Franklin is there. Finn Russ peering over at his competition, staring him down. Now it's getting close. Jack Bugler fighting hard to try and close that gap. Jack Bugler doing a great job of getting Asher Smith-Franklin into position. They'll touch together. Asher Smith-Franklin goes. Finn Russ behind. And it's going to be hard to beat Asher Smith-Franklin here. This could be a win for S14. But Finn Russ is not giving up. A bit of a look there to see how much he's got to make up. These guys have had some fun this week, and boy, they've had a busy week. Lots going on. And this will conclude a very successful week for many of our multi-classification swimmers. Let's make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, for S14 and S19. It'll be the S14 team. A 4:02.19 and just a 4-second margin back to S19. And great job. And we're going to have a chat to our winning team, and we'll just wait to see. It is S19 that win it. S19 have won it, so it's a little bit odd, but it's all done on a calculation versus margins to world record times. So S19, let's get the team over here. Wait for Finn to come on over in the orange cap. Joel, come and stand next to me. Haven't had much of a chat to you this week. How are you, Finn? You're good anchored relay. Congratulations, Joel, on the win for S19. That one was tight. You had to fight all the way, and all of you played a part in that one. Are you happy with that performance?
Oh, yeah, that was a really great race.
You've had a really busy week this week. Have you been happy with your performance?
Oh, yeah, I felt I've done pretty good this week. I've gotten quite a lot of PBs during my races. Not as many golds as last year in the short course, but it's still pretty fun.
Hey, well done, Denver, for your place in this team. Ian and Denver, what does it mean to be part of this team? Do you enjoy being part of a relay?
Yes, yes, I am.
And did you do a good start? Did you make sure you didn't want a false start, do you? You don't want a false start. You want to make sure, but you haven't. You've got a clean start, and you've really helped your team get to this win.
Yes.
Ian, you've been a big part of this week. You've won multiple titles, New Zealand records for you, and this must be a nice way to finish your championships.
Yes, it is.
And Finn, you want to close it out, mate? How are you feeling? What does it mean to be part of this winning relay team?
I feel very happy about myself that we just won. And yeah, I just feel happy about everyone. And also I had a real great week this week at it Opens. And I got like 4 golds. And also I'm very happy about what I got. And also basically today my coach Ben is here. And also if I could just wave for him right here. Hey Ben, it's me. I'm having an interview. Hey!
Now, one more question. I want to ask you, what do you guys all do with your gold medals? Where do they go? Where do you put them?
I'm going to keep them in a special place in my room. So basically I have kind of like a safe or something, or like a type of like wardrobe or something where I keep them. Yeah.
Don't give anyone the combination to that lock, Finn. You don't want to lose them. They're very valuable and you've deserved them. Round of applause to our S19 relay team winning. And go and give a ribbing to the S14 team behind the curtain there. And we're moving now to the next relay. It is the women's 4x100 metre medley relay. Introducing the teams to you now in lane 7, Club 37. Isabel Gibson, Gabby Farmasile, Eva Allen and Jessie Welch. Lane 2 it is the Hamilton Aquatics team. Pippa Mihaka, Gina McCarthy, Chloe Peters, Ariel Riley. Lane 6 is Coast Swim Club B, Savannah Eve Martin, Helena Huttenmeyer, and Eve Thomas and Laura Coulter. Lane 3 is North Shore Swimming Club, Liv Peebles, Melissa Cowan, Summer Osborne, Chelsea Edwards. Lane 5, Coast Swimming Club, Amber George, Zylika Pratt-Smith, Milan Glintmeyer and Zoe Pedersen. And in lane 4, a New Zealand Invitational, Helena Gasson, Monique Wierzowski, Hazel Auerhand and Letitia Lee Transom. Now this New Zealand Invitational team's interesting. They've thrown together the fastest of each 100, and Luan, I think we could be in for a really good time here. Could threaten the New Zealand record perhaps, and I'll have to get a record of that somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. We've got 2 Olympic qualifiers on there right at the moment in the relays, so it'll be interesting to see what the New Zealand team can do.
Helena Gasson in the first 100. She won the 100 backstroke in a world-class time of 1 minute and a half. Well out in front at the moment. Amber George has had a good meet. Her teammate from Coast. On the other side, North Shore Swimming Club's Liv Peebles. Into the water goes Monique Wierzowski. New Zealand 100-metre breaststroke New Zealand record holder. New Zealand record held at 3:31.58. Let's keep a watch on that time. Zalika Pratt-Smith. Melissa Cowan in lane 3 for North Shore. Helena Huttenmeyer in lane 6 for Coast B. Gina McCarthy over there in 2 for Hamilton Aquatics. In lane 7 it's Gabby Farmasili.
Monique there with a very fast 50-metre split. Let's see what she can come home in.
You don't often see Gabby Farmasili swimming breaststroke. Well, here she is in lane 7, coming through. Monique Wierzowski. Lining up on the blocks is our New Zealand record holder, 100 metres butterfly, Hazel Auerhand, an Olympic qualifier. Milan Glintmayer in 5. Summer Osborne in 3. In goes Hazel Auerhand.
That's it. Which one? That one?
I've been corrected by the Swimming New Zealand team. New Zealand record held at 4:06.30. Hazel Auerhand. We've got the very best team to break this record. We've got 2 New Zealand record holders in this team and 4 national title holders from these championships. Hazel Auerhand, let's see what she can do. She did a 57.6 in the 100 metres butterfly to win the title and get underneath that qualifying mark. Letitia Lee Transom lines up to see if we can get through to a New Zealand record. Zoe Pedersen lines up in lane 5 for Coast A. Chelsea Edwards for North Shore A in 3. Laura Quilter in 6. Jessie Welch in 7. In goes Ariella Riley in lane 4 for Hamilton. And let's have a look at the split. Down the first length for Letitia Lee Transom, 25.95. She's going to easily break this New Zealand record, I think. A 4:06.30. What an occasion to break this New Zealand record. And they have smashed the New Zealand record, ladies and gentlemen. In they come, 4 minutes, .82, a 5.5 second smashing of the New Zealand record. In comes Coast. Coast first to the wall for the clubs. North Shore second to the wall for the clubs. Coast B is going to take fourth, third club to the wall. And in comes Club 37. What a swim from our New Zealand Invitational team there. Helena Gasson, Monique Wierzowski, Hazel Auerhand and Letitia Lee Transom goes into the record books as the fastest 4x100 metre medley relay for the women. And we'll catch a word with them. Now, I'm not sure how many times this has happened, but to have the winners of each of the respective 100 metres at this championships together to form forces for a relay, it's paid off. Put your hands together for our New Zealand record holders for the 4x100 metre women's mixed medley relay. Helena, what a lovely way to finish your championships, part of a New Zealand record team.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The first time I was in this New Zealand 4x1 medley was back in 2015, and we had our sights set on that record then, and I'm just glad that I was able to have been given the chance to break it before I left the sport.
Hazel, that wasn't just beating it, that was smashing it, 5.5 seconds underneath that time. How special is this for you?
Oh, I think it's fantastic to have all four of us girls, the top of each of our strokes, all from different clubs, to come together and break this record together. And, you know, normally when we race against each other as clubs, but, you know, ultimately we support one another. And, to come together and do this is great.
Well, hopefully we'll see this as part of future international programs, the relay being into those meets, so you guys can come together again and take it to the world stage. Put your hands together for the relay again. Congratulations. And next up is the final race of the championships. It is the 4x100 metre medley relay for men. Introducing your teams, in lane 2 is Coast Swimming Club B, Jasper Cornish, Sam Brown, Sam Kenny and Lan Hamblino. In lane 6, North Shore Swimming Club, Samuel Potching, Blair Helms, McAllister Clark and Harrison Clowens. Lane 3, it is Club 37B, Zach Dell, Josh Gilbert, Aiko Shibuya and Carter Swift. Lane 5 is Coast Swimming Club, Finn Harland, Wilrick Kutsia, Cameron Gray and Fergus Eadie. And at lane 4, Club 37, Andrew Jeffcoat, Eli Litton, Lewis Clarebert and Michael Pickett. Andrew Jeffcoat in lane 4 for Club 37. Finn Harlan, the 50-metre backstroke champion, in lane 5. Zach Dell in lane 3, who's been on the podium multiple times this week. And Jasper Cornish over there in 2 for Coast. Samuel Potching in 6 for North Shore. Let's see what Andrew Jeffcoat can do on his final outing here in these championships. He goes through 26.44. Zach Dell, really quick turnover, chasing hard. Club 37 in lanes 3 and 4. And it'll be Jeffcoat by half a body length. Coming into Eli Litton and Josh Gilbert. And Eli Litton on his final elite race, as Josh Gilbert said. Eli Litton, the training partner with Josh Gilbert. A 54.64 for Andrew Jeffcoat in that 100. And Josh Gilbert takes the lead for Club 37B. Not sure what was going on with those selections, but Eli Litton given the Club 37A team. New Zealand's fastest breaststroker, Josh Gilbert in lane 3.
It's going to be close now on the 100 fly. Let's see what these boys can do. Feel like some changes could be happening.
Luan, you've been in relays before. What is it like standing up there, waiting for them to come in? Bit of nervousness watching where they're sitting in the race?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you're just chasing the person next to you. So Lewis is doing a good job catching up now. Let's see if he can overtake.
Aiko Shibuya for Club 37. His teammate Lewis Clearbird in lane 4. Trying to close the gap here. Coast Swimming Club. This is Cameron Gray, 100-metre butterfly national champion in 5. Sam Kinney from Coast in 2. McAllister Clark in 6. Lewis Clearbird takes the lead for Club 37. Michael Pickett lining up for the 100-metre. Carter Swift, the final swan song. The final race for these swimmers. Let's make some noise. 100 to go. Michael Pickett goes in. And let's have a look at the splits here for these gentlemen. Carter Swift, such consistency across the week with 48 sixes. He should go a 48 low here. Be interesting to see his split. Michael Pickett down the length. He won't be caught. Michael Pickett goes through. 23.08 down the first 50. Let's see what he can do in the second one. Known for his 50s, but loves being part of the team, Michael Pickett. Carter Swift will likely close the gap by just a little bit. Third, this will be Coast Swimming Club's Fergus Eadie. But the win will go to Club 37. A great way to finish their campaign, a 1-2 for them. And a 49.22 for Michael Pickett. And a 1-2, Club 37. Coast will take third. Fourth will go to North Shore Swimming Club in 6. And what a way to conclude racing. Just want to make a few acknowledgements and thank yous to our principal partner, Apollo Projects, our event partners, Hawke's Bay Tourism, Hawke's Bay Regional Aquatic Centre and Pack and Save Hastings for their wonderful support of these championships. Also Aotea Electric, Kingspan, Arena, Teamline, Active Refrigeration, All Proof Industries and Whakaata Māori. We'll catch a word with Club 37, the winning team. And if you could put your hands together to thank our technical officials as they make their way from pool deck for the final time. Let's give them a big clap, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a big week. Thank you for your time and attention, officials. So we've got the Club 37 A and B team here, all 8 of them. A great way to finish. Eli, you're finishing up. You had a nice tribute there by Josh Gilbert. It must be pretty special to finish on this note.
Oh, absolutely. As you can tell, this is an incredible group of guys and the girls as well. An amazing team to be a part of, and yeah, can't say anything bad about them.
What are you going to miss about this squad? It's only been 5 minutes, but what are you going to miss?
Oh, I don't know. I think we've had some pretty special moments together, but they can continue outside the pool as well. I was far from the last you're going to see of me. You lot.
Couple of orange juices tonight?
No. We're going to tuck ourselves into bed and have a curly one.
Lewis, it's been a big week for you. You've been a part of almost every relay. You've done, I don't know, how many swims have you done?
10, in total, not including finals.
That's a feat in itself. Guys, I'll leave it there. Big round of applause for Club 37, A and B, winning first and second in the final relay of the night. They'll be back for the medal ceremony. Congratulations to you all. And Michael Pickett, a replay there coming in to win another relay for the team. It'll be interesting to see the points for the clubs. And we'll be back after this break for the medal ceremonies. That concludes the racing for the Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Championships. Just recapping the second half of the session. The 50 metres breaststroke for the men. It was the two Joshes in the middle of the pool, just 0.1 of a second separating, but it was Josh Gilbert who takes the clean sweep. He won the 50, the 100 and the 200. Well done to him. And then an amazing performance by Monique Wierzowski, the New Zealand record, lowering it down to 30.3. Fantastic swim for her. Then the 50-metre freestyle in the B final, a good swim for Harrison Clowens to win that and getting the Junior Pan Pacific time. And then the men's 50 freestyle, boy, that was tight, but it was Taiko Terepi Ormsby wins it in 22.0 it was, and Michael Pickett taking out second, and Cam Gray in third. Cameron Leslie getting the second time he's gone under the Paralympic qualifying mark. Finn Russ, another New Zealand record for him, and a great performance. We then moved to the women's 200 metres individual medley, where it was Gina McCarthy. Then we moved to the 50 freestyle for the women. Of course, Gabby Farmasili wins it by just a very slender margin, but she was very happy with that, very close to her time from this morning. Then it was the 50 freestyle for the multi-classification. Quinn Pike continuing her fantastic form. Also, first New Zealand record for Melissa Donoghue. We then had the 4x100 metre freestyle relay for the multi-classification, where it was close between S19 and S14, and in the end it was the S19s that won it. And then we went to the women's 4x100 metre medley relay, where we put together the four best from the champs across the strokes, and they absolutely smashed the New Zealand record by 5 seconds, and they absolutely loved getting in the record books for that one. And then finishing with a 1-2 for Club 37, winning the men's 4x100 metre medley relay and bringing everyone onto the stage for the interview there. That was nice. We'll be back after this break with our medal ceremonies. If you are receiving a medal in
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Welcome back. We now kick off with the medal ceremony for event 37, the 50 breaststroke for men. Bronze medal in 28.89. It is Eli Litton, Club 37. And the Club 37 Blazers are out. I'm sure they'll be out all night. And we're just waiting on those swimmers to get to the podium. And just a reminder to other swimmers, please make your way there now. Thank you. These medal ceremonies brought to you by All Proof Industries. Second, Josh Pickett, Club 37, 28.32. And winning, Josh Gilbert, 28.22, Club 37. A 1-2-3 for Club 37. Moving now to the 50 breaststroke for women final. Bronze medal, 33.49 from Coast, Zylika Pratt-Smith. Silver medal, 32.03 from Coast, Helena Gasson. Winning the gold medal in a new New Zealand record time from North Shore, Monique Wierzowski. 30.38. Next up is the men's 50 metres freestyle. Third place, bronze medal in 22.55 from Coast, Cameron Gray. Tycho's ready. At least he's not in his Speedos. And the silver medal to Michael Pickett, 22.17. Bronze to Cam Gray, 22.55. And the gold medalist and champion, 22.08. Taiko Torepi Ormsby, who did the Olympic qualifying standard this morning and New Zealand record. Moving now to the 50 freestyle for men, multi-classification. And bronze medal, 27 flat from Pukekohe, Joel Watkins, presented by Swimming New Zealand President Janie Hudgell. Silver, Finn Russ from Selwyn, 26.73 and a new S19 New Zealand record. And winning in a Paralympic qualifying standard time, it's Cameron Leslie, Whangarei Swim Club, 38.32. Moving to the 50 freestyle. Bronze medal from Coast in 25.31, Laura Quilter. Silver medal goes to Chelsea Edwards, 25.26, North Shore. And some very good times. And the winner is a funny-looking Gabby Farmasili, accepted by Andrew Jeffcoat. 25.13. 50 freestyle, women multi-classification, bronze medal, Tupo Nufi. 33.65 from Pukekohe Swimming Club. Silver from Whakatane, Chloe Gladwell. 31.55. And winning in a New Zealand record for S19, Hamilton Aquatics, Quinn Pike. Moving to the 4x100 metre freestyle multi-classification relay. The second silver medalist place is New Zealand S14. James Hayden, David Beck, Jack Bugler and Asher Smith-Franklin. We're going to move to the next category now. The 4x100 metre medley relay for women. Bronze medal, Coast Swimming Club B, 4:18.26. The Coast Swimming Club B team made up of Savannah Eve Martin, Helena Huttenmeyer, Eve Thomas and Laura Quilter. Silver medal goes to North Shore Swimming Club, Liv Peebles, Melissa Cowan, Summer Osborne and Chelsea Edwards. And the gold medalists, Coast Swimming Club, Amber George, Zylika Pratt-Smith, Milan Glintmeyer, Zoe Pedersen. Well done to all of our women in those teams. Next up is the 4x100 metre medley relay for men. Bronze medal goes to Coast Swimming Club. 3:46.33. Finn Harland, Wilrick Kassir, Cameron Gray, Fergus Eadie. Silver medal, Club 37B, Zach Dell, Josh Gilbert, Aiko Shibuya, Carter Swift. And winning the gold medal, Club 37A, Andrew Jeffcoat, Eli Litton, Lewis Clareburt, Michael Pickett. Congratulations to all of those gentlemen across those relays. We now would like to award 5 awards, Swimming New Zealand Awards. The first one is the Emerging Swimmer of the Year, the Norma Williams Cup. The Norma Williams Cup is presented to the overall Emerging Swimmer of the Year in recognition of their achievements in 2023. This award winner also receives the Don Stanley Alumni Scholarship of $2,000. The winner of the Norma Williams Cup and Don Stanley Alumni Scholarship is Monique Wierzowski from Aquablades, New Plymouth, now at North Shore. The next award is Aquablack Certificate 265. We'd like to present Aquablack 265 Chelsea Edwards with their Aquablack Pin Certificate. Chelsea debuted as an Aquablack at the 2019 FINA World Championships in Guangzhou. Next is Aquablack Certificate 286. We would like to present Aquablacks 286 to Summer Osborne with their Aquablack Pin Certificate. Summer debuted as an Aquablack at the 2023 World Aquatic Championships in Fukuoka. Next up is the Harold Petit Trophy. This is awarded to an individual with the most outstanding individual performance at the 2024 Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Championships. The winner is Erica Fairweather from Neptune and Swim Dunedin for her 200 metres freestyle. And she is on her way. Well done. Next up is the Yaldhurst Shield. This is awarded to the top region at the 2024 Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Championships. The winning region is Auckland. And to the final award, before we have a quick break and come back with our Olympic and Paralympic qualification criteria achieved announcements, is Top Club. This is awarded to the club who has scored the most points across the 2024 Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Championships. Counting down from the top 10. 10th, Heretatonga Sun Devils, 156 points. Whakatane Swim Club, 210. 8th, Selwyn Swim Club, 218. 7th, Wharanui Swim Club, 219. 6th, Pukekohe Swim Club, 279. 5th, Neptune Swim Club, 389. 4th, Hamilton Aquatics, 513. 3rd, North Shore Swimming, 632. 2nd, with 1,219 points, Club 37. And the winning club with 1,256 points, Coast Swimming Club, by a slender 37 points. And the Coast Swimming Club will be coming over now in their bright red to accept the top club for this year's championships. and points allocated to each of the swimmers' performances throughout the week. And coaches Michael Weston and John Gatford will be delighted with that win. And coming up to the podium, we'll try and get them all on there. And can we get them all on the podium? Jostling for position, the Top Club Award. Well done to Coast Swimming Club. A number of Olympic qualification standards, New Zealand titles, New Zealand records. Congratulations. And we'll be back after this break for the Olympic and Paralympic qualification criteria achieved announcement.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
So not far away from the announcement of our qualifiers. Of course, they'll need to be put forward to the New Zealand Olympic Committee and also reviewed by selectors. But at this stage, it is the swimmers that have reached the qualifying standards. We hope you've enjoyed the action this week. Lots of emotion. Some swimmers swimming their championships for the very last time. Relief for some of the swimmers that it's been a pretty full-on 5 days. But we will now about to recognise some of the best performances here at the championships. And we have seen some outstanding swims this week that continue to rise the bar of swimming in New Zealand and will contribute to the calibre of the teams as we look into the look to the 24 Paris Olympics and Paralympic Games. Before we announce the swimmers, an important note that this is not a selection announcement. Both teams are subject to selection by the New Zealand Olympic Committee and Paralympics New Zealand. Without further ado, the following Paralympic program swimmers have achieved the minimum qualification standards for the Paralympic Games. Cameron Leslie. Tupou Naufi. And although he is not here tonight, Jesse Reynolds. Let's give Jesse Reynolds a clap. Joshua Wilmer. And she is not here tonight, but we'd like to recognise Gabby Smith. Lily Fox Mason. There are our Paralympic swimmers that have reached the marks. Congratulations to all of them, including Jessie and Gabby, who are not here this evening. We move now to our Olympic athletes. We are extremely proud to announce the following Olympic program athletes who have achieved Olympic qualification times and Olympic consideration times. Erica Fairweather. Lewis Clarebert. Thanked by Paul Lloyd from Apollo Projects and Swimming New Zealand President Janie Hudgell. Cameron Gray. Eve Thomas. Kane Follows. Hazel Hourhand. Caitlin Deans. Letitia Lee Transom. Taiko Torepi Ormsby. Helena Gasson. Behind each swimmer, of course, is an exceptional coach with exceptional skill, determination, vision and belief. And if they are selected by New Zealand Olympic Committee and Paralympics New Zealand to compete on the world's most prestigious stage, they can stand proud. Congratulations to Lars Humer, Mitch Nairn, David Lyles, Michael Weston, Bobby Jovanovic, Corley Bedran, Dean Boxall, Tom Onley, Matt Wolf, Todd Mason, Matt Houston, Sheldon Kemp. As they embark on their journey to the Olympic and Paralympic Games, we extend our heartfelt congratulations to each Aqua Black and their coach. Let's give them a round of applause. We would like to acknowledge the officials from New Zealand attending the Paris Olympic Games. Ross Gillespie, open water at the Olympics. John West, open water at the Olympics. He is not here this evening. Christine Casson, the pool events at the Olympics. Carlreen Gillespie, Paralympics. And Dr. Dave Gerard, Medical Commissioner. what an amazing occasion. I want to thank Swimming New Zealand for their efforts this week in putting on these championships, to all the team behind the scenes, to our swimmers, to our coaches, to our managers, administrators, our technical officials. A big farewell to Hannah from Swimming New Zealand, to our sponsors, to the Hawke's Bay Regional Aquatic Centre for hosting us here this week. I think that's everyone. And on behalf of myself, Scott Rice, it's been a pleasure bringing you the action this week. Good night.